In this video, we want to discuss about how does ChatGPT actually work. And if you are new and you don't know me, I'm Solomon Foskaay, founder of AiHiPUniversity, where I have the mission to help developer embrace AI earlier, 2 to 10x your developer skill with AI, and 3 to 10x your productivity with embracing AI. So if that interests you, make sure you subscribe, tap the notification bell, head straight to our Discord channel and check our series of free courses on how to build like ChatGPT clone and a lot more with support. They are all free, including certification. Now, that being aside, what we really want to discuss about, how does ChatGPT actually work? And if you have watched one or two of my videos, you know that this channel, I focus more on helping developer embrace and understand AI. So I'm going to explain to you as a developer, but I know that even as a non-developer, the way I used to break down my explanation, you can still understand. Now, this is ChatGPT, and as many of you know, what it's all about is you go there, you ask a question, then it's able to give you a woman-like response and then create a woman-like chat and conversation to the point that I can remember some of your past conversations, give you very, some realistic things, and though there could be some error here and there, but that is how the AI chatbots like ChatGPT works. So I now want to break it down for you. How does it actually work under the hood? Now, let's go to the drawing board and I will break it down for you. For example, if you are here, sorry if the drawing is not, but what really matters is this is ChatGPT, where you come in, you put in your question and you click enter. Now, this contains your question. As a user, this is where you place it. Now, there are some things that is happening. Immediately you click after putting that question. I think I should put GPT. So now you have your question. Once you put in your question, some things begin to happen. Immediately behind the scene, this ChatGPT website creates a kind of a call. And usually when you notice here, you have your conversation with your response. So what happened behind the scene here is a call is made, and that call, we call it an API call. So that's a kind of a name we give in the development world when systems communicate with each other, usually without the need for human interference. So that's what we call an API. And for you to get that place, I think, sorry, I may need to put this here. So this is our API. I think it's able to see that. My God. Okay, so we have our API there, right up here. Once this does this call, the API call, it does the call to the server, and that server is, sorry for that, powered like this. And in that server, there are numerous things involved there, which we call AI models. So just bear with me. If you find this helpful, subscribe, tap notification bell. Even if you are not a developer and still find it helpful, let me hear in, slide into the Discord, and as well as in the comments, share the video, and I'll try my best to break things down better in another video so that even non-developer can understand. Now you have this. Don't worry, I will break this down for you. Here now, we have, let's say, GPT-3. In GPT-3 now, let's say over here, we have another one we can call Codex. Then over here, we got another one we can call Dall-E. Now, this is at least the 3 major large language AI model that is offered. Over here is a server by AiHiPUniversity server. So the API server, let's call it the API server. Now, in this API server, there are different AI model that has been built. Like this GPT now it has text, it has a lot of things. The Codex is for coding, for programmer, and this is for images. Now, this ChatGPT presently goes into where we call GPT 3.5. So this model is not as huge as GPT-3, but it has a lot of trimmed down and focus on some areas that make it so powerful. So now, once the call comes here, the question, which we call this, let me put something here. In that API, it will carry what we call prompts. And in case you want to know about what they call prompt engineering, I think I will be doing a video on it. If you have subscribed to the channel, go to the Discord as well. You can ask. I mean, I've done it already, but if not, ask in the Discord. I will point you to it. Now, this prompt is the user question here. So this is coming from here. Sorry. Oh, I didn't change this. This user question from this box is what we call prompts. That will be packaged together. These two will be packaged together. The API call will be packaged together and sent to this GPT 3.5. Though a disclaimer, I may not actually get the model right, but I know it's nothing less than GPT-3 because there is not much yet to reveal about it. But I think soon they are revealing and making this particular one available, because it's not available in their APIs at the time I'm doing this video. But there are some updates I've gotten and I will still do video about it. So you don't want to miss it. You want to subscribe. Now, once it comes here, this AI pick all the prompts and create what is called, we call it, let me just draw this here. We call it completion. Now, in this completion, that means what GPT-3 is actually doing, because as a developer, you need to understand this, is just trying to guess that, okay, if you say A and you are trying to read an alphabet in English, if nothing goes wrong, it should be B that will be next. And then nothing goes wrong, it should be C. So that's your question, your prompt is just like you initiate an alphabet in English, which you are starting with A, then the response will be completion. The AI try to guess it. And because it has been trained, that's why we call it large language models, trained with a lot of data for years. You understand? That's why as a developer, you don't want to miss using AI like ChatGPT, because it's like you have access to over, like, let's say, 1 million minds of pro developers that have built programming for 5, 10, 20, 30 years, and you are just starting. You have access to them. You can ask them questions. That's tools like this, and we're also working on our own, which is Foskaay AI, that will help developer 247. You understand? To really help you on that AiHiP programming university. Now, if once this completion has been gotten, then the cycle repeats itself. And what this cycle does is that it comes from this completion. It comes from this completion, and then, goes here. I hope I won't spoil it up. And then here. So over here now, this prompt does two things. It also goes here and creates here. So it creates your prompt here. So what happened here? Let me just try to pull a text here. Can I make? Yeah, you have your prompt. Small. Okay, good. You have your prompt, and here you will end up having the answer, which will be the AI. We call it, let's say AI. AI response. Yes, and so this will be the AI response. I think I need to just delete this to make things cleaner. Yeah. So we have this prompt here. We have the prompt, we have the AI response, and that's why you notice in ChatGPT, you paste a question, it stays, then the response comes, then your question comes again, the AI. So it's just a repetition of this. You put in your question, the UI takes that, impute it and display it for you, so you remember this is the question you asked. While doing that, it's behind the scene, bundle that same question here with some other API call for the something. If you want to know how that is done, I already have a full course. You know, this is an example of the ChatGPT clone I built. You can see it's past chat and a lot of things. And then you don't need to fret. The source code is open source, is free. I'm releasing it. And aside from that, the course for you to learn how it was built is also here for you. You can see it. So everything is here for you step by step. So you can check link in the description and head straight to the Discord if you need support. So now let's go back. If you like this, let me know in the comment. I want to see in-depth breakdown like this. Now, this is just what is going on. It bundles it up with, I think, inside this course. I just want to quickly see if I can show you. Sorry, the API text does the thing. See. Okay, good. So you can see this is it now. It bundle up your prompt. This is your prompt. Sorry for background noise. It bundle up this your question. This is your prompt here. Add a lot of things, temperature, all those things. You will learn what they are in the course. So that's why you should check it out. Link in the description and straight to the Discord for support. So you bundle all these things together with this API, temperature, all those things to control this GPT-3 large language AI model. Then it will be able to now complete that. And as you know, that for sure we send this back. The arrow is like this so that we know the direction is going. And this one arrow is going like this. This is going like this. Then it comes like that. Here, the circle goes in. And that's how this keep repeating itself. If you are building, for example, for other things like images or things like that, you will be dealing along this. So maybe if you want to learn about how things like Dall-E that generates image work, let me know in the comments below. I will break it down for you as a developer, because the reality why you need to understand these things is all these things seems too complex. So if you don't have a breakdown, you won't actually appreciate what's going on. And for you to build something like that, it will be as if, oh, it's superficial. It's possible. This is just how it works. And if you are to build your own as well, I also have a breakdown, everything like this. I did it and we went through the code. You have the full source code, you have the support, and also including certification. So make sure you head straight to the course and start. I will be expecting you and be available to support you through the way there. So that's basically how ChatGPT works. If you want to know about it as a developer, and I believe even as a non-developer, have you found this as well helpful? Is it simplified enough? Because I'm not involved in code, but if you want to build, this is the same thing you want to follow. So this GPT, a large language model, there's very few company that can ever build that, because this involves billions in USD resources, and these things have taken OpenAI almost a decade now to build this AI to this level. So you don't need to bother about that. You just need to understand how they tap into that AI and how you too can tap into it to build any project you want to build powered by AI like OpenAI and a lot of other AI like that. Like I said, you have like this kind of breakdown. That is how you can imagine, if this is just for this YouTube video, how deep and in-depth our courses are. And they are free. You can check them out like I've shown you, like link in the description. And that's it. If you have any question, ask in the comment, and as well do well to go to the Discord, because that is where I will usually be available to answer your questions. So I will try as well, but if I want to give more detail, I will tell you to go to the Discord. That's where you will actually get it. That's it now, how ChatGPT works, explained by a pro developer. Maybe I should even say an AI developer, because being an AI developer doesn't mean you build the language model like I've told you, but being able to leverage this language model is just like you want to use the internet now. You now want to say, before you can claim yourself to be a developer, you need to be able to build your own DNS, the handle domain name, from scratch. You need to know, you just key into it. All these infrastructure are very huge investments to build. So they have been built. So that's it explained to you by an AI programmer. I also teach a lot about Web3, decentralized. We integrate all these things with AI, cutting edge technologies to enhance you as a developer. Subscribe, tap notification bell, and see you in the next video. I remain Solomon Foskaay of AiHiPUniversity. As I always do, I always tell you, keep the programming spirit alive. That's your only guarantee that you can succeed as a developer anywhere you are in the world. So, and at the same time, don't forget, please do good always with your programming and coding skill to nature and humans, and not evil. See you in the next video. Peace and bye.